Hello, my friends. Your Grammar Buddy Mini is once again back with you at your favorite platform, Learn Forward. And we are here with your book, The Grammar Hub for Grade 3 by Feather Caps. I hope you are enjoying your sessions with me. So, what new today? I'm here with your chapter 3 of the book, Nouns Number. What number? Yes, we are going to study about singular and plural today. So, are you excited? Let's start the journey. Now, as the word suggests, student, countable means you are able to count. That means you can count them. And uncountable means you cannot count them. So, what do you mean by countable? Something you can count, and uncountable which you cannot count. And what you have to remember in these cases are, why do we study countables and uncountables with singular plural? Because it is only the countable nouns that can be put as singular and plural. Why? Because what do you do in singular and plural? You find out the number, whether some noun is one or it is many. Now, if you just cannot count anything, there is no point saying one or many. So, we need to know what are countables and uncountables now. If I talk about pencils, so if you have one, you say pencil. If you have many, you will say pencils. That means they are countable. But what about if I ask you water? How many water do you want? Is it right to say? No. Can you count water? Can you count milk? If somebody asks you, how much milk do you take in a day? What you say is, I drink 2 glasses of milk. So, what you count is the number of glasses. You do not count milk. You are counting glasses. I drink 3 glasses of milk in a day. Isn't it? So, what you are counting is the number of glasses. When you take some syrup, some medicine, so what do you count? The doctor tells you to take 2 spoons of medicine, 1 spoon of medicine. The doctor will ask you to put 1 drop into your eye, isn't it? So, what you are counting is spoons, you are counting the glasses, you are counting the drops, isn't it? So, you cannot count the liquids, those liquids are uncountable. So, let's see what's here. So, countable nouns are the nouns that you can count. The nouns that you can count are countable nouns. Yes, and the nouns like pen. So, we have the singular and plural, pen, pens, cake, cakes. And the nouns that you cannot count are uncountable nouns. So, for example, milk, we cannot say milks. Flour, we cannot say floors. Vinegar, heat, tea, snow. So, if you just look at these words, you don't even have their plural because you cannot count, right? So, these are called uncountable nouns. And what you have to remember is, we use a or an before countable nouns when we talk about only one. So, a and an as words mean one, right? That's why we say a uniform, an umbrella, an apple. That means we are talking about one uniform, one umbrella, one apple. So, we use a or an before countable nouns only. We do not use articles. We do not use a and before uncountable nouns, right? So, what you have to see is, if I am talking about jam, if I am talking about wind, so these are uncountable. So, where am I using the article? I am using before jar. I am talking about a jar of jam. I am talking about a gust of wind. So, before these, I am not using a or an article. And When we talk about how much and how many, that is also important. How much is used to put a question for something that is uncountable. How much water do you drink? How much milk do you drink? Right? But if I talk to you, how many glasses of water do you drink in a day? So I am counting the glasses again. I just explained you. That is why I am using how many. How many friends do you have? Can you count your friends? Yes. So will I say, how much friends do you have? No. So that is how many is used for countables only. Right? And how much is used for? How much fun did you have in the party? Can you count fun? No. That's why I am asking how much fun. So it is used for uncountables. Got it, students? Let's move ahead. So we have the following words here. All are nouns and you have to put them into countables and uncountables. So here you will have to write the names. We will just mark them here as C for countable nouns and U for uncountables noun. So you can make the list here later, right? Let's quickly do them. You'll just tell me whether these are countable or uncountable. Potato. Yes, that's countable. You have the singular plural. Oh, burgers also you can count. So it's a C here. You'll write in this list. Salt, can you count? You say, give me a pinch of salt. You don't say salt and salts. So it is uncountable. Pasta. Is that countable? You take a plate of pasta. So you cannot count pasta. That is uncountable. Same is with oil. Good. Milk is also a liquid. Oh, wow. Wonderful explanation. That's why it's uncountable. Good, students. Apples, so we can count. Good. Yes. How many boys? Very nice. And you can count your pens also. Good. Can you count sugar? What you can count is the grains of sugar. So you are counting the grains. You cannot count sugar. So it is uncountable. You count the spoons of sugar. You count the packets of sugar, right? So this is again uncountable. Oh yeah, that's an animal. Good. Good. Book is also countable. Ah. So do you get the sunshine in counting? No, that's uncountable. And of course, water is also a liquid. So it is also uncountable. So we have marked here C for countables and U for uncountable. So you'll be making a list of countables and uncountables here. Now next is also the question on this. How much and how many? I told you that we use how much for uncountables and how many for countables. So we'll be doing only 2, 3 here for you to understand. Sugar. Is it countable? No, it's uncountable. So let us write here how much is used for uncountable and how many is used for countable. So here you will write, because sugar is uncountable, you will write how much sugar do you need. Oranges are countable. Yes. So you will write how many oranges are there in the fridge. So what you have to check is, just check this. Can you count them? If they are countable, you will use how many. If they are uncountable, you will be using how much. Hope you have understood this. Can I expect you to do this exercise yourself in homework? Oh, wow. Thank you so much. That's brilliant of you. Now, it's time to recall what we have learned in today's session. It's about singular nouns. They tell you about one. Then it is about plural nouns. They tell you about more than one. That means 2 or more. So, there are many actually. Now the plural forms, we have just revised the rules. Plural forms are we get from singular nouns in many different, by following many different rules. And what you have to remember is that in some nouns, the same word is used for singular as well as plural. Like I told you about deer, I told you about fish, I told you about fruit also. So there are few words here also, HAIR. So there are a few words that we use the same in singular as well as in plural, you have to remember. Some nouns have both singular and plural forms and they can be counted. So this is what we learnt about countable nouns. If you can count them, so you can have one, you can have many. So they are countable nouns and they have singular and plural. Now the words, the nouns which you cannot count, they do not have singular plural, right? So no point of counting, no point of singular plural. Such nouns are uncountable nouns. Having a good time learning? Yes, very good students. So it's time to do the exercise now. Take the correct answers. We have already done singular, plural, singular, plural. So let's quickly do the plural of calf. See, F at the end. So which could be the correct one? Good, we'll have calves here. When a noun ends in Y, which has a vowel before it. So what do you do when a Y has a vowel before it? Yes, you're right. You add just S to it. So its plural is formed by adding S to it because there is a vowel before Y. Which of the following has the same form in singular and plural also? Chief. What is the plural? Yes, it's chiefs. S only. Exception. Although it's F, you add just S to it. Child, it's an irregular noun. Yes, that becomes children. Yes, here you are. So sheep is the same used in singular as well as plural. Good. Which of the following, though plural in form, is used as singular? So here is a word in which there are many, but still you say singular for it. What is it? This is singular and plural different. Even child and children are different. News is the word that you use for singular as well as plural, like that only. You get so many news across, and even if you get one, you don't say it's new. You say, I have a news for you. So this, although it looks like plural in form, it is actually used as singular also. Let's move to the next exercise. Fill in the blanks by using singular or plural forms of the nouns which are given in brackets. So we'll just see whether we are talking about one in the sentence or we are talking about many, and the word is already given here. So you have to see whether to use singular or plural. The boys have 10 pens because they have 10, so they have many, it will be plural. The dash are watching the baby. So are is used with singular or plural? It's used with plural. Good. So lady becomes, see, lady, L-A-D-Y. So what rule we are following? There is Y at the end. So will you use ES? Will you use S? No. There is a consonant before Y. So we will drop Y and we will add IES. It becomes ladies, L-A-D-I-E-S. Next, the dash have candies in them. Can you see this? Have. Is it used with singular or it's used with plural? Do you remember? It's used with plural. So we will use the plural form of box, and it is a magic sound at the end. So what are you going to add? Perfect. You are going to add ES, boxes. The dash was caught by the police. Again, it's singular verb. So we will be using singular. Good. THIEF. Next, Ajay bought many dash of bread. We are talking about many here. It's obvious. So it will be plural and you have F at the end. What is the rule? Good. So we'll drop F and it will be LOAVES, loaves. Next, Nishan's dash are not clean. Are not clean and it is foot. It's plural. Are is used with many. It's not used with one. So, foot plural is feet. You all are becoming quite intelligent now, understanding everything. Now, here's an exercise for you. Spot the nouns in the poem. Name the ones we can count and those we cannot count. That means you have to tell about countable and uncountable nouns. I hope all of you now know very well what are countable nouns, what are uncountable nouns. You just have to check whether we make a singular or plural out of it or not, whether we can count them or not. If you have singular plural, if you can count them, they'll come in the list of countable nouns. If you cannot count them, no singular plural is possible, then it will come in the list of uncountable nouns. Can you do this exercise yourself? You'll have fun in it? Wow, I'm happy to hear from you. So, this was all about nouns, singular and plurals. Hope you had a good time learning singular and plural nouns and you'll remember all the rules also. That's wonderful. So, see you in the next class. Till then, bye-bye. Happy learning, students.